Hey guys, it's Daria Nicole. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video will be a little different than normal. We will just be doing, or I will just be doing a little chit chat, talking to you guys to let you know what's going on in life, where I've been, what's been going on, kind of like a life update. We'll be talking about home, we'll be talking about school, we'll be talking about work, we'll be talking about all of the things that have been going on in my life and kind of where I've been, what my plans are for moving forward and all that jazz. I feel like I do one of these videos every so often. I usually just kind of like take a little break from everything social media wise, including YouTube, which isn't always the best thing. I'm learning. But yeah, I do that, and then so I always feel compelled to like come back and let y'all know where I've been, because I feel like the YouTube community is kind of like consistency, you know, like people who watch YouTube videos or subscribe to channels, they're used to people posting consistently. And honestly, I had gotten or just gotten into the habit of posting consistently before I disappeared. So it kind of threw me off a little bit, but to my surprise, people have still been subscribing to the channel. People have still been watching the videos, liking the videos and everything. So if you are one of those people, then thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me that people are still tuned in, people are still supporting, people are still watching, are still invested in what I have going on. And it is part of the reason why I felt like I should come and do this video and make this video, so you guys who are supporting know what's going on. So yeah, today we'll just be doing some talking, okay? So before we get into the actual video, of course, if you are new here, welcome to the channel. I'm Daria Nicole, and on this channel we usually discuss all things home, all things lifestyle, and all things DIY. Like I said, today's video will be a little different in that I will more so just be talking to you guys about life, about what's been going on. But of course, if you like the video, then make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so that when we do get back to our regularly scheduled program, you will be up to date on what's going on. If you haven't watched my previous videos, make sure you go back and watch my previous videos. And yeah, so I won't do too much rambling, so let's just get into the video. Okay, so jumping right into it, I guess we can start with YouTube because that is why we are here. This is my YouTube channel, so let's start with YouTube. Okay, so my last video that I posted was about a month ago. I think it might have been exactly a month ago. It was a gardening video. I did my last gardening update. Like I said, my channel is all about home DIY projects, home decor, all that stuff. And so gardening was what I was getting into at the moment because it is summertime. And so that was my last video about a month ago, and then I just disappeared. And it sucks because I had just gotten into being consistent with posting videos. I had just gotten into the habit of putting out a video once a week, which was great. I saw like a consistent uptick in subscribers, a consistent uptick in likes and all that stuff. But it was a struggle for me for a couple of different reasons. So for one, because I had too much going on. I still have too much going on. I always had too much going on. And it was hard for me to have the time to make the videos, to edit the videos, to post the videos, all that stuff. And for two, because I didn't really prepare. I've learned that when you're doing something like YouTube and really trying to put yourself out there and gain a good following, you really need to be consistent, which means posting every week or, you know, whatever, be on some type of schedule. And so I didn't really have a plan. Like, I knew what I wanted to post about or like what I wanted it to be about, but I never really set myself up for success. And so when it came down to it, it became like I was just rushing to put out a video and not really planning for anything. And it was working out okay, but it wasn't working out the way that I wanted it to. I didn't like the rush of it. I didn't like feeling like, okay, I don't have a choice. I have to get this video out, because it became a thing of me not really preparing for the video, not really knowing what I was going to be doing or what I was going to be talking about. It was kind of just like a I'm recording, and whatever happens happens, and we're gonna try to turn it into a video, and like piecing things together and all of that. So I didn't like it. It wasn't comfortable for me. It wasn't very like flowing for me, and no. So I was like, okay, let's try to regroup and, you know, figure out how I can get on like a schedule, how I can really sit and determine what I'm going to post about and when I'm going to post and all of that. And so that's kind of what I've been doing. But in the midst of that, I've had so many other things going on that I haven't really been able to get back into it. So my plan with YouTube has not changed. I still want this to be very much like a home decor, DIY, lifestyle type of channel. It's just about really figuring out how I want to go about it and not so much of rushing, because I found that in rushing to do things is kind of, my house isn't even like the way that I want it. Like the stuff that I'm doing as far as DIY and home decor and all of that, it's not really like, after I post the video I'm like, dang, I don't like none of this stuff. Like this couch here, I hate this couch. I hate it. And it's too late for me to return it. As you can see, we're here, so I can't really get rid of it. And it was becoming a lot of that. I was buying things just to be able to get the stuff to make the video, and I don't like it. So it wasn't doing what it needed to do for me personally. The videos were great, and you know, y'all love the content, but I don't like the stuff in my house. And so it was kind of becoming like a waste of money, a waste of time, a waste of energy for me personally. And so I didn't want to keep doing that. And so it's like, all right, pause, let's take a break, let's regroup, whatever. And so that is still where I am, but because I have a ton of other things going on, I haven't really got back into, okay, this is what we're going to do, this is where we're going to start, and all of that. Okay, so that's kind of what's going on with my YouTube. I really just need to regroup and process and plan and all that stuff, so that the content can be what I want it to be, but the space can also be what I want it to be. So I plan on getting there. I just have to find my space, and I have to figure some other things out. And so with that, one of the major things that I have to figure out is my house. So for those of you who are new, who may not know, my house is fairly new. I recently purchased my home. It'll be 3 years in September. So it's been quite a minute, but I'm realizing that I don't really like it here. And I hate to say that, because I don't want to seem unappreciative for what I have. I'm very much I have to be content in the season that I'm in. I feel like I prayed for what I have now, as far as like having my own home and, you know, being able to have this space to be creative and to do the things. So I don't want it to seem like I'm being ungrateful, or, you know, I don't appreciate what I have and where I am. But I'm realizing that it's not where I want to be, in the sense that my home is great. I like being in my home, or, you know, that sense of it. But the community and the space, I do not like it. I don't like my neighbors. I don't like the neighborhood. I still don't like Philly. And I'm sorry if you are a lover of Philly, if you are a Philly native and this is just like you ride or die for Philly, that's cool, that's great, I love it. But I'm not that girl. I've never been that girl. I was born and raised here, and I just know that this is not where I'm supposed to be, okay? I'm not a Philly girl. This is not where I'm supposed to be. And so yeah, I gotta get out of here. I have to get out of here. And the only reason why I've been here for as long as I've been here is because of my job. So where I work, I'm required to live in the city of Philadelphia, which sucks. And I'll get into like the career and the job in a little bit, but yeah, I just don't like Philly. It's not safe, it's not clean, it's not, the people, it's never been for me, and I know that deep in my heart. And I feel like I've been trying to make it work, but no, I don't like it here. And so a part of that has been the reason for the halt in my videos because I feel like I don't want to put all of the money and the time and the energy into really fixing up this space and making it what I want it to be if I know that I don't have an intention on staying here long term. So that's why I kind of been like not really posting and, you know, like not moving on. I think I've told y'all, if you're not new here, I've told you that I had plans for what I want to do next. I want to redo my kitchen, I want to do the living room, I want to paint other rooms. But now it's kind of like, okay, well, so if I don't plan on staying here, why would I put all of the money and the time and the energy into doing all of these things just to move out? You know what I mean? And it would be different if I was just doing normal things like painting white or painting neutral color. But no, y'all know me, pink, okay? It's this wall that I'm looking at right here in my office is teal. It's teal and gold. So if I go to sell this house, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna have to get rid of all of this and repaint and all of that. So I'm like, do I really want to continue to do all of the things to this house? Or do I want to establish a plan for my next house? You know what I mean? And like I said, I don't want it to sound like I'm not being appreciative for where I am, but the extent that I go to when I decorate and when I do these projects, it's just a lot for somebody who won't be here in maybe 2 or 3 years. Because y'all know me, some of y'all don't know me, but if you don't know me, I'm the type of person where once I have my mind set on something, it's going to get done. I don't know how, I don't know when, but it's going to get done because God got me. And I am a very determined individual. Like, I really believe that there's nothing that I can't do. If there's a will, there's a way, and I'm going to figure it out. That's just always been my life. That's always been how I live. And so now that I have in my mind that I want out, that's my focus. My focus is how can I do that? And I just feel like continuing to put money into this house and in extravagant ways, like the ways that I do, is not beneficial for me to get to the next step. And so it's been a lot of trying to figure out, okay, well, so if that's the case, if I'm not going to do all of the home decor and the projects and all of that, then what do I do? As far as YouTube is concerned, what do I do? What kind of content do I move to if that's the case? And so I haven't quite figured that out yet. So that's been part of the halt in creating content, which sucks because I'm gaining a following. Like, I'm still consistently getting subscribers and people are still interested in the content, and I want to provide the content, but I it's hard to figure out if this is what I should be doing right now or if I should be focusing on moving on to the next thing. So yeah, I'm in that space. Like I said, I love my house. I'm so grateful and so blessed to have a house to call my own, and it's a pretty nice house. Like, this ain't no shack, no rundown, no, this is a pretty nice house. And so although I am grateful for it and I do really enjoy my house, I want to be able to enjoy the surroundings as well. And Philly is dangerous. I don't like going outside and doing things because I don't like Philly. I don't want to be here in Philly, you know? And then on top of that, my neighbors are trash. And I hate to say that, it's not very nice, but they're not very nice. They're not very nice to me. And so I don't know. I think I had different expectations for when I moved here. I thought I was moving into a community where, you know, it would be a community. Like, the people would be friendly, the people would be neighborly, and the people that know me know that I am a friendly person, although I do consider myself an introvert and I'm not like one to put myself out there. I am a very nice person. Like, if you don't give me a reason to dislike you, then I have no reason to dislike you, so I'm always going to be nice. But these people are not receptive to that. Everybody's mean, and it's like, it's negative energy, and to the point where I don't even like going outside. I'm not about to go sit outside of my house because then I have to look at these people who stare at you crazy, who don't want to speak half the time. You got to play the parking game with the people. It's just not a nice community here. And I'm kind of taken aback because where I live is predominantly black, it's predominantly older black people. They work, you know what I mean, like really upstanding people, but they are mean, and I don't like it. They are nasty people, not like dirty nasty, but like not nice nasty people, and that doesn't work for me. It bothers my spirit. It makes me feel like I always have to be on the defense, and I hate it. I do not like it. And so yeah, this isn't the space for me. You know, we say everything happens for a reason. I'm a very religious person, I'm a very spiritual person, and so I do believe that I'm here in this space for a reason, but I don't think this is the space that I'm going to be in for forever, or you know, like even for a long period of time. I'm trying to figure out a 2-year plan to get out of here, if that. I don't even want to be here that long, but I'm giving myself 2 good years to get it together because there are other things that I need to work on before I can go out and buy a house again. But yeah, in 2 years I'll be at the 5-year mark here, and then I think it's time for me to roll out. So yeah, I have to figure out, with that being the goal for me, what am I going to do as far as YouTube is concerned? Like, what content am I going to continue to create if that's the case? And that's kind of difficult because I don't want to get into a space where I'm just posting content just to post content. I don't want that to be the case. There's nobody out there for you. That's not Papa. Billy. It's not Papa. He's not here. He's at work. It's still morning time. No. Anyway. Yeah, I don't want it to be where I'm just creating content just to create content. I feel like that's when it gets weird. Like, that's when it's not authentic. I always want my content to be authentic. I want it to be genuine because I feel like that's when you really get the following that you want. That's when the people who are supposed to be for you will be for you. Those are the type of people that will gravitate towards my channel and towards me and all that good stuff. So I don't want to just be posting anything. I don't want this to turn into something that it wasn't intended to be. And so I intended for this to be a channel about home decor and DIY, and you know, every now and then I do like little lifestyle things, but I wanted to stay there. And so right now I'm in a space of trying to figure out how to keep it there, even though I feel like now I'm transitioning into trying to find a new space, if that makes sense. So that's the home part of it. Another thing, I told y'all, I'm always doing something because I feel like if I'm not doing something, then there's something that I could be doing. I know it sounds crazy, and it's probably not the healthiest thing for me, but it's just who I am. So I'm back in school. It's wild to me still that I'm back in school because because why? Every time I think about it, it's like, girl, who told you to do this? Because nobody, not a body. But here I am back in school. So I do have a master's degree. I have a bachelor's degree in business. I have a master's degree in business with a concentration in organizational leadership and management. And now I'm back in school to get my PhD in business management with a concentration in entrepreneurship. And I think it will, so far it's been great. I've always been a school person. I've always loved school. I've always been like straight A's, 4.0. I really value those things. And so school itself, the work and all of that, it's been great. But the fact that I have decided to go back to school out of nowhere is like, I feel like I'm doing too much. Sometimes I'll be like, I just need to sit down. But then at the same time, it's like, why not? What else am I doing? I don't have kids. I'm at the point in my life where I can literally do whatever I want. And so why not take that next step and get my PhD? At the same time, I still feel like I'm doing too much. Because what am I going to do with a PhD? Nothing, but be able to tell people that I'm a doctor, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, but I don't want it to be that I'm doing too much, and so I don't know. We're here. It's been about 4 weeks. No, I'm lying. It's been 2 months. I've been to school for 2 months. I started in I started in May. And we're now in July. Literally, and this is how things happen in my life. Literally, I woke up one day and was like, I feel like I should be doing something. I'm not doing enough. There's more to be done. And I think because we were in graduation season and I was seeing people graduate, not just from college with a bachelor's degree, but master's, PhD, whatever. And I'm like, well, why can't I get my PhD, you know? And so I literally went online and looked up PhDs in business. What can I do? Because I don't just want to get a PhD in business. To me, that's like general. I'll be fine with my bachelor's and my master's if that's the case. So what concentration can I study? Excuse me. What concentration can I study that will be beneficial to me? And because I know that I want to have my own business and, you know, like do my own thing, I've always said I don't want to be working for somebody else for the rest of my life. That's not where I want to be. And so I know that I want to be my own boss. I want to be an entrepreneur. But do I think right now I have the knowledge to be able to succeed as an entrepreneur? No. So in doing my research of what can I get a PhD in business-wise, I came across the concentration of entrepreneurship. And to me, it was just like, ding, ding, ding. It just makes sense, right? So yeah, here we are in school, back in school. It's been 2 months. And like I said, it's going good, but these are only my first 2 classes, and although they're going great, I know that it's only going to get more intense from here, or that's my expectation, is that it's not going to get easier. If anything, it's going to get harder. And so I've been, I think, anxious in that aspect. Like, okay, it's going to get to a point where I'm swamped with school. So I've been trying to stay on top of it and be okay, but in the back of my mind, I'm waiting for the rush of all of the things that come with school. And so that's also been a part of it, is like, okay, I'm back in school and I don't want to take on too much and then not do well in school. So I've been trying to fall back and not do too much so that I can focus on school. But like I said, I don't want to lose where I am with my channel. I want to keep that momentum and continue to grow and continue to give good content and all that stuff. I want it to be authentic. And so yeah, I've kind of just been focusing on school and trying to figure out what's next, because once I get my doctorate, then what? Like I want to be able to do something with it, you know what I mean? And I think that also ties into career-wise for me, because that's another area of life that I struggle in, is my career, trying to figure out what I want to do and how to go about it. I know that I don't want to be in corporate America forever. I'm not trying to retire here. I don't enjoy my job. I don't like my job at all. And I think that's part of the reason why I decided to go back to school as well, is because I feel like I want to do something else. I've always known that I want to do something else, but what that something else is, I'm not 100% sure. I always had all these different ideas of things that I know that I'll be good at, but how do I turn it into a career? How do I make it something that will be beneficial for other people? I don't just want to be doing something to say that I'm doing something, or I don't want to be doing something just for the money, because that gets old. After a while, you get burnt out. You're not satisfied with what you're doing. It's not something you're passionate about. And so although money is great, and of course we need money, I need all my coins, but at the same time I want it to be something that I'm passionate about. And so now I'm also in this space of, I don't like my job, so how can I get out of here? I have to work this job because I have bills to pay, but it's not something that I want to be doing. It's not something that I like. I literally dread getting up and going to work every day. And I hate that for me. I would hate that for anybody. I don't want to be that person. And I'm turning into that person that hates their job. And I can feel it. And I feel like it's protruding off of me at work. And I do not like it. I don't like it. And so I know that it's time for me to move on. Like, I've been at this job for 10 years. It'll be 10 and a half. Yeah, because I started in January of 2014. My gosh. So I've been here for 10 and a half years and not doing the same thing, but with the same company. And when I started, it was kind of like that was the plan. You know, when you grow up, your parents have things that they want you to do. Our parents want us to get a good job, a stable job, or whatever. And my job has been that for me. It's been security, it's been stability, it's been like constant growth. I haven't been at a standstill, thank God, but it's not, I don't enjoy it. I just don't enjoy it. I don't like my job. I know that I could be doing so much more, and it's not something that I feel is in line with my purpose and what I'm supposed to be doing and what I'm supposed to be giving of myself in this life. So yeah, I'm there as well with trying to shift gears career-wise, but I don't want to jump from one career that I don't like to another career that I don't like. It will be easy for me to go out and find a new job. I have the credentials, I have the work experience and all that. So it will be quite easy for me to just get another corporate job. But I know that I don't want another corporate job. If I was to go out here and try to look for another job, I would just be in the same space that I'm in now a couple years from now, because I know that's not what I want to do. So rather than me actively applying for jobs that I know I'm not going to want a couple years from now, I'm really trying to figure out how can I branch off into what I want to be doing. What can I do to get to this point of entrepreneurship, to get to this point of being my own boss and doing what it is that I want to do and what makes me happy. So for right now, I feel like I'm stuck at this job. And I hate to say that, but I know that right now I'm stuck here until I find an out. I'm trying to get to the point where I don't have to work this corporate job anymore, just because I know it's not for me. And I feel like that's okay. It's okay to have plans. It's okay to have a goal. It's okay to know where you see yourself or know where you want to be, but you also have to have a plan, a strategy. I'm not just gonna up and quit my job with no plan, because why would I do that? That's not smart. So that's why I feel like I'm stuck, because I haven't really developed a plan or an exit strategy that would have me be okay, where it's like, all right, I can quit my job and I can still be okay. I can still take care of myself financially and all of that. I'm not there yet. And so right now I'm just trying to figure it all out in my head. I'm just trying to figure out what's next for me. I really want to be in a space where I'm happy and I know that this is where I'm supposed to be, and I'm just not there yet. So it's really a journey. And like I keep saying, I don't just want to be pushing out content just to push out content. I don't just want to be giving y'all random stuff. I still feel like I want to remain true to myself. That's why I also often take breaks from social media, just because I feel like I need to detox. Social media can be very good, it can be very beneficial, but at the same time it can be very, very toxic. It can really warp your mind if you're not in a good space, if you're not really confident with where you are, it can really hinder your growth process. And so when I get to the point where I got a whole lot going on and I'm unsure and I'm not in a very good space, I often detach. I often take breaks from social media. I'll often deactivate my social media altogether. I'm trying to get out of the habit of doing that because I know that with YouTube especially, a lot of people gravitate towards your social media, and so I don't want to cut my people off from me completely, but I do need to take breaks for my mental. I am very, 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 very in tune with my mental because I feel like I've worked so hard to become this person that I don't want anything to interrupt that. I don't want anything to take me back to the person that I used to be or to put me back in that negative space. So yeah, I have to often detach, and I'm trying to find a good balance where it's not complete detachment. But I haven't gotten there yet. So complete detachment is what works for me. The internet is a crazy place, okay? And people will take the things that you share and just twist it and make it God knows what. So I'm very, that's why I don't really talk about like personal things a lot or whatever, but I do think it lends to who I am today as a person. I really thoroughly enjoyed myself, like who I am as a person, my spirit, my being. Like I feel like I fought so hard to become this person that I don't want anything to come in between that. I don't want anything to take me back to the person that I used to be. And so I work really hard to protect that. I just don't trust people, and it's sad that that's the type of world we live in, but people do not have good intentions. A lot of people aren't genuine. They don't have good intentions. They're all for what can they gain from you. It's not always good. And so it's hard for me to really open up. Like this here, this little forum, this little conversation that we're having, this is a lot for me, okay? So yeah, I'm very much about protecting me, protecting my peace, protecting my energy, and I believe that it's now infiltrating into all aspects of my life. I know that I need to change my spaces because anything that doesn't make me feel good, I have to remove myself. Anything that is bothering my mental, anything that makes me question whether a person is genuine or whether a person has ill intentions, anything like that, I have to remove myself. I have to take a step back or remove myself altogether because I have to protect my peace. I have to protect me and who I am and what I've built and what I have. It's very big to me. It's very deep to me. I fought so hard to become this person. I've grown so much. I used to be such an insecure person. I used to be a follower. I used to be a people pleaser, and it really broke me down, like down to the ground. And so to get to this place here, I had to work really, really hard. And I feel like nothing, nobody, no job, no house, no nothing is gonna come in and disrupt what I've built for myself. And that's why I often have to take these breaks and just detach. Hi, I'm almost done. He like, girl, you been recording for a long time, okay? I done came, I done went, I done came back, you still here. I'm sorry, I'm almost finished, okay? I promise. Like I said, I'm no longer a people pleaser or anything of that nature, but I do still get anxiety from like, are people going to like the things that I post, the things that I say, the things that I do, as far as YouTube is concerned? Because at the end of the day, you want people to like your content. You want people to subscribe to your channel. You want people to, you know, be here for what you're doing. And so with that, sometimes it's like, okay, I want it to be perfect. I want people to like it. I want everybody to like it and it to be perfect. But that is so unrealistic. This is what I'm learning, is that not everybody is going to like you. Not everybody's going to like what you do, what you post, what you say, how you look. That's just how life goes. People are not always going to agree with everything you do, and I think I'm learning how to get into that space to say, okay, well, I don't care. It's cool because the people that it's for, those will be the people that will receive it well. And it's never going to be a time where you don't get people who have negative things to say. You don't get people who look at you sideways and say, oh, that was dumb. I don't like that. I don't agree with that. At one point, I was looking back at my content, just, you know, for like analytical purposes and stuff like that. And people were disliking my videos on YouTube. And I'm like, well, wait. How you gonna dislike a video of me creating my closet? What could you dislike about that? At first, it would bother me, but now I've gotten to the point where it's like, okay, well, if you dislike it, then that's on you. Because it'll be like 1 or 2 people out of the 50 likes that I got. And I had to learn to stop letting that bother me because there's so many people in the world. It's no way everybody's gonna like everything that you do all the time. It's just not. And like I said, a lot of people are like low-key haters, high-key haters actually. A lot of people hate you just because you have the things you have, you know the things you know, you're a nice person, you're a good person, good things happen for you. People will dislike you for that reason and that reason alone. Not because of anything you said, not because of anything you did, not because you're a bad person. People will just dislike you because you're a child of God, because God saw fit to bless you with certain things. People will be like, oh, I don't like her. Hater? Hater. Okay. And you recognize that and you move on. You don't let that stop you from whatever it is you're trying to do. And so that's what I've been learning. And I'm not going to say I've learned it completely because there are still times where people will say things and I'll be ready to go back, what? And it's not just for me, I'm saying this to you too. You cannot let the things that people say or the feelings that people have make you react. You cannot let it affect you. Y'all know who I love so much, and I really don't care how you feel about it. Beyonce is my girl, not just because she's an icon, not just because she's a legend, but because she is A1 at, I saw what you said, I heard what you said, but I'm not responding to it. If it don't affect me in no type of way personally, we're not even entertaining it. And so that's where I am. I do not entertain anything that is not for me, anything negative. I'm not entertaining it. If somebody come at me sideways and it's bothering me that much, you're just going to get blocked. But I'm not going to let it stop me from putting out my content. I'm not going to let it stop me from being the person that I am, for giving the information. And I think that's the space that I have been in previously, is letting certain things like that stop me and make me feel like, oh, I can't do this, or oh, this is not for me. One monkey don't stop no show, okay? My best friend told me that all the time. One monkey do not stop no show. So if you got 1 or 2 haters, but you got 500 people who love you, who support you, and all that, we don't care about these people. You let God handle them, and He always gonna handle them. That's the other thing I learned, okay? God is always going to handle your problems. You never have to go out of your way to respond, to react, to be negative to anything. If you know that God got you, God got you. That's just how I live my life, because I don't have the time. I don't have the time, and especially as someone who deals with mental health very, very heavily, I've learned that I have to create a space of like positivity for myself. I have to really guard that space and like make sure that people don't try to come in and it's not going to stop people from trying. It's not going to stop people from coming in and trying to be negative and trying to break you down and trying to dim your light. But you have to be strong enough to be like, I'm not about to sit here and let that affect me. I'm not about to sit here and argue with a nobody. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. It serves me no purpose. It does nothing for me, okay? Once upon a time, I would really let things bother me to my core, to the point where it's like, I'm upset. I'm really upset because why do you feel the need to be like that towards me? Because I'm such a genuine person. I don't wish bad on people. I'm not, even if it's something that I don't necessarily agree with, or if it's something that I know I myself would never do. If you like it, I love it. If it serves you purpose, that's fine. Just don't be trying to drag me into your drama. Don't be trying to drag me into your mess, because I'm not for it. But if you feel like it serves you, and if you feel like you're okay with it, then you do you, boo. I'm not about to be sitting here tearing people down. I'm not about to tell you, oh, you wrong for thinking like this, or you wrong for doing this, or you wrong for saying this. You do you, and I'm going to do me. And that's always been the type of person that I am. I don't judge people. I don't care what kind of life you live. If it don't affect me, I don't care. Do you? But I feel like people are not like that. People be so quick to give their opinions and so quick to tell you that they don't agree with you and they think that you're wrong. Okay, and because at the end of the day, whether I do it or whether I don't do it, it's not going to affect you. So what do you care for? And I've always been that type of person, and I think because I'm that type of person, I just expect people to be the same way, and they're just not. People are not genuine. People are not nice, and it used to hurt me to my core. I used to really be so upset, like, why? What reason does this person have for not liking me? I've never done anything to you, especially if it's a stranger. Like, you don't even know me. So why, for what reason? What was the reason? And then what Cardi B said, what was the reason? Tell me the reason why. That's really how I used to be. But now I could care less. If you don't like it, I'm sorry for you. If you don't like me, sorry for you. And this helped me to be such a more peaceful person and be in such a better space, because I'm really focused on me. What do I have to do to make my life better for myself? And that's why I said I'm really in a space now where I'm going to post the content, whether you like it or not, whether it bothers you or not. If you don't like seeing me, then you can either keep on scrolling or you can watch and be a hater, because at the end of the day, you watching is still benefiting me. I'll just delete your little nasty comment and move on. That's really the space that I think everybody needs to get to, and I know everybody won't get to that space. But if you are like me and you really struggle with wanting to please people and wanting everybody to like you, you have to get to this space where it's not going to matter what other people think and how other people view you and none of that. You're going to be the person that you're going to be, and whoever likes you, and whoever doesn't. And y'all know who I learned that from? My man. When I tell y'all, God did his big one, okay? Because this man don't care how nobody feel about him. He's going to be who he's going to be, and if you don't like it, that's too bad for you, because he's perfectly fine with who he is as a person. And that's the biggest thing that I've learned is I know I'm a good person. You know what I mean? I know I'm genuine. I know that I don't wish bad on anybody. I never have any ill intention with anything that I do. So if somebody don't like it, that's on them. I know who I am as a person, and I feel like that's the space that you have to get to in order to be good at anything, especially this content creation, especially this YouTube, this social media stuff. You have to have thick skin. You have to be that person that's just gonna let stuff roll off your shoulder, and it might bother you in an instant, but don't let it take over you. Don't let it change who you are or affect you to the point where now you arguing with somebody on social media because you look dumb. Because there's so many people that want that. It's so many people that is just they want you to be nasty. They want you to say certain things so they can say, see, this is the type of person you was, and I knew you was this type of person, and blah, blah, blah. Just, don't even let people affect you in that way. Don't let people bring you out of your character. Continue to be the person that you're going to be, and that's the biggest thing that I've learned for me to be able to continue to be who I'm going to be and to just succeed at life in general. It's just, I'm going to be who I'm going to be, and it's not going to be for everybody. It's just not, and that's okay. That's okay, because the people that it's going to be for, y'all going to love me regardless. okay with that. I don't need a whole bunch of friends. I don't need a whole bunch of followers. I'm okay with that. YouTube for me is the place where I feel like I can be authentically myself, and the genuine people that are really here to see me succeed and that really want to be a part of my tribe, those are the people that I want to build a community with. So I really do want to continue to grow my YouTube and foster my channel and really elevate it and all of that. I just have to figure out everything else. And I keep saying I don't want it to be I'm just putting out content just to put out content. I don't want it to be where I start doing things that I don't really want to do just because I'm trying to get the subscribers and I'm trying to get the views and the likes. I don't want it to be that. I very much like the space that I'm in on YouTube, even though I don't have thousands and thousands of subscribers yet and all that stuff. I enjoy watching my YouTube channel grow organically. The people that subscribe to my YouTube channel, I know that they're subscribing because they enjoy the content, not just because they want to see what I'm doing. Because with YouTube, I'm not posting like personal stuff. I'm not posting all the time. Like, my videos are curated for specific reasons, for specific people. And so the people that come to my channel, they're really here for what I'm posting. And so I really enjoy that, and I kind of want to keep it that way. But I do want to continue to make it grow. I do want to figure out, you know, how can I optimize my YouTube channel and really grow a community and like bring people together and really benefit people and make sure that the content that I'm posting is beneficial to people and it's not just random content. I'm not just on here all the time talking to y'all about nothing, or I'm not just on here posting get ready with me knowing that I'm not about to be sitting here doing my makeup. I'm not. And even if I am sitting here doing my makeup, I'm not about to tell y'all how to do makeup because I don't know how to do makeup. When I do makeup, I'm putting on some foundation, I'm doing my eyebrows, and we moving on. I don't get into all the contouring. You're never going to come to me for makeup tutorials. You're never going to come to me for makeup advice. You're just not. So I don't want, that's what I mean when I say I don't want my channel to not be authentic. I want to do things that I know if somebody is coming to me, I can benefit them and they can benefit me, okay? When I post about my plants and my gardens and my DIY projects, whatever, if you got information you can give it to me because I'm going to use it, okay? I love plants, I love decorating, I love DIY projects, and so that stuff I can benefit from, and that stuff can benefit other people. So I know that I want my YouTube channel to continue to be what it is. I just had to figure out, like I said, a plan. How am I going to continue to post the content even though I'm in a transition phase where I know I want to move on from here, from this space? I can still get the content. How can I do that? That's what I have to figure out. And so that is the journey that I'm on. Along with being in school and trying to figure out my career, I think the only aspect of my life where I'm like content and like I love it is my relationship. I love my relationship. I know people assume that I'm single because everything I post is by myself. Everything I do is by myself. But it's just because I am my own person. And I don't want my channel, my social media, I don't want any of that stuff to become about my relationship, because that is something that I really hold near and dear to my heart, because it's such a sacred thing for me, and it's such a good space that I'm in that y'all can't have it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but y'all cannot have that, okay? So yeah, my channel will never be about my relationship. Y'all probably will never see my man, because he is mine. That's it. But that is the one area of my life where like God did his big one, and so I'm cool on it, okay? But these other areas where, you know, like I'm trying to figure out what I want and who I am and, you know, where I'm going, that is the stuff that I want to figure out. And I want to really get to a space where, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be. So now that I'm here, let's run with it. if that makes sense. That's where I am. So trying to figure out my career, trying to figure out my home situation, and still trying to give y'all good content is where I am. And so I don't plan on continuing to be away from YouTube. Even if I do take my breaks from other social media platforms, YouTube, like I said, I really love it here. And so I really want to continue to nurture my community that I'm building and continue to grow with you guys and have you guys watch me grow and grow with me. And so I do plan on continuing to put out content. I just want you all to know what space I'm in. Your girl got a lot going on, and so I may not be in the habit of like posting content consistently all the time every week, but know that I'm gonna be here, okay? And the content that I do give y'all will always be quality content because that's what I always wanted to be. So yeah, that's basically my little rant, my little video. I really just wanted to come and do a little life update because I know I go missing at times. So I have to do better with it, but I just wanted to come on here to give y'all a life update to let y'all know what's going on. And because I'm in the process of figuring out how I want to move forward with my channel, not like changing anything, it still want to be all things home, all things DIY, all things lifestyle. It probably won't be to the extent that it's been just because I'm in this transition phase of trying to figure out what I want to do, where I want to go, you know, like how I want to build this and how I want this to grow so that it can be really successful for me. For those of you who are subscribed, for those of you who enjoy my content and who enjoy me, I love you all dearly. Hopefully you all continue to stay subscribed. You continue to watch the videos, continue to like the videos. I will continue to try to give you the best content that I can. Of course, if you like the video, make sure you like this video. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you would like to see from me, like moving forward as I develop this channel, as I grow. Let me know what type of content you would like to see within the realms of what I'm doing, because I'm not about to branch off and do anything different. I will hopefully be back soon with a new video. I did want to do a garden update. I may or may not do a garden update. I will admit that since my last video, my garden is trash, okay? My plants did not enjoy the transplanting phase, and since it's been so hot in Philly, I haven't really been able to like get them back to where they need to be. So I'm at the point now where this season is kind of chalked, and I'm just gonna have to wait until next year and see how things go. So I may or may not come back with a final garden update, but regardless, I will be back with more content, more videos, and hopefully you guys are here for the long haul. If you are not subscribed and you enjoyed this video and you want to see what's to come, make sure you hit that subscribe button. But yeah, that is all we have for today. Of course, I love you all so much. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you all in the next video.